Coach, obviously not the way you guys wanted to start the season, 5 under, but just kind of where's your mindset at in terms of, taking maybe some of the growth, but also, obviously wanting to get in the win column and knowing that's the most important part of this?
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about our schedule. It's what it is. Wish we had a few games back that we started out, just not knowing other teams and not being able to scout as well as we needed to. Obviously a young team. This is where we are. And so my only thought is, what a great opportunity for every player that's healthy to get on the floor and to compete and to try to find a way to make each other better and create better quality shots for ourselves and to impact winning. And, we talk about it all the time. I said it in the locker room. Eventually you want to get to the point where you just can win a lot of different ways. You can win by making threes. You can win by a lot of different ways. And we're losing a lot of different ways. But one thing that's been pretty consistent is we've not won when we've gotten dominated on the boards. And it's hard to take giving up the threes that we gave up against the people that we did not want to give the threes to. So, but again, I don't think we're good enough offensively. I think we were a little scattered, and we have a lot of improvement we got to do, especially with this lineup that's so not what we thought we would have. We got to find some simple answers for ourselves.
Going back to your early years here, you guys have always challenged yourselves to a pretty impressive degree in the non-conference. Is there a thought at some point that does it maybe become counterproductive just when you have such a young team and they're going through this crucible early on where you're facing Power 4 team after Power 4 team after Power 4 team?
I think we just answer that in January and February. I think that's the only point. I mean, no one would in our right mind would have thought we'd lost the players we lost out of the portal. All these games are return games, so a bunch of them are return games. So this was just a 2-year contract, and you think you know what you have. The destination tournament is always you're going to be surprised by somebody. So I just think people have done it a lot of different ways. Some people schedule really easy and they gain confidence and they're really good, and others schedule it hard. I think this team is up for the challenge. I didn't expect us to be injured. You don't expect to lose most of a lot of key players. So they're not permanent injuries. So we just have to find some ways right now to be better with what we have on the court, and then really good when they get back.
What happened with LA?
She's just having some cramping issues. It's not anything in her legs. So. But it's something that bothered her the last game, and we gotta figure it out because clearly we can't. She's a key player for us.
And then just kind of what's the prognosis for Alex and Lauren and when you may get them back?
Lauren sooner than Alex, and I can't really say. Those kinds of injuries are just so much individualized in how you heal. So expect them back certainly before we finish this non-conference schedule, but. I can't say for sure. It's all about how they proceed and get back into action.
Malia Rude had a stellar second half, 19 points, a career high for her. What have you seen from her stepping up that has impressed you?
Yeah. Well, she really took a challenge. I was really bothered by her first half. I thought she was very scattered and missed some opportunities. And same thing, like I'm mad at her and look at her numbers, and she's a freshman and she's, given us a lot in every capacity, and but we all have to, and we have players that aren't shooting the ball well. We've got to figure out what it's going to take mentally and focus wise and execution wise and preparation wise to be good when I step on the court. And some people have to be able to make shots, and some people have to do a lot of different things, but we have a lot of players that aren't quite playing up to their capability, I think, in some areas. And Malia is one of those that you can get on because she's not in the first half, and then she turned it on and got good, got better and more focused in the second half. Welcome to the world of being a freshman, and same with all these others, freshmen, sophomores. They're emotional. That gets the best of them sometimes. So we've got to bring them along, and we've got to get them out of those headspace areas where they're spinning a little bit and thinking about the last mistake or the last miss, and then missing the next responsibility. So again, what do we need? We need them to be juniors and seniors, and they're freshmen and sophomores. So we just got to live with it. But they're getting great opportunities against great teams, and we gotta look at the positive in that.
Yeah, kind of talking about that. How do you keep the group focused and confident moving forward in the year after a tough start?
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be very interesting. Like, I have a lot of confidence in the people on our team that can shoot the ball and that can score, and their numbers don't dictate what I think they do on a daily basis in our gym. And at some point we gotta get them there. I have a lot of confidence in our weapons. I have a lot of confidence in their competitiveness. I know what their work ethic is like. So, and this team really loves to compete and loves to play and be around each other. So we don't have complainers, and we don't have people that are creating drama over things. And there's not a lot of conflict on this team other than they emotionally hate losing. And it's a really pleasant team to coach because they respond the right way in effort and trying to get it right. We just have to get them to slow down and not be so sped up, in games against, really seasoned teams and talented players.
Yeah, and then what was it like seeing Asteria back in Beasley tonight, even if she was wearing different colors?
Well, just wish her well, and she wanted the big stage, and Oregon's the big stage, and obviously they're very talented, and she gives them a lot of depth and a lot of experience, and so love AT, love her family, and certainly want her to do well, just like appreciate Kelly playing us and having that relationship with him, and Oregon's always been really good to us, so I expect really good things for Oregon this year.
Last year, it was essentially 95% of shots from Shasha came on a catch-and-shoot three, and already we're seeing her attack the rim, get physical inside. Just where have you kind of seen her growth? I know you've talked about the book or the plan that you have the players work on over the summer. Was that part of her plan, just to be more than just a three-point shooter?
Yeah, I mean, she's a really, she kind of played the four position in, an undersized four player in her on her team in France, and she loved it because she could kind of do that ghost action and pick and pop, and she's embracing that. Some players, you say, I want you to be a four, and they transfer because they don't want to be a so-called guard. But it's never about you want an advantage. You're just trying to teach players where's the advantage. You have a big on you, play on the outside. You have a little on you, go post them up. And Shasha's game's getting to the point where she can post up, she can score with that little bump fade that she has in the paint. Her drives are powerful. Her decision making is questionable, but whose isn't when they're young? And I think she still is most young players, our players are still too impatient. Like, if you give them that ball and you say you can't do anything for 4 seconds except fake and try to get someone to lift up and do something, they can't do it. It is, they have like a point one, and it's got to start dribbling, or they just got to do something with the ball. And I really do think Shasha's shot is so good that she just needs to sit there and go, oh, you're not going to guard me, and I'm going to shoot it. Oh, I'm gonna get you to lift. Oh, I'm going to go around you when I do. And that's the game within the game, the nuance of getting into an advantage and getting defense to react to your fakes. And that's the thing that I don't think some of our young players are great at yet. And I think they'll get better at that, but it just takes time to be seasoned in those kinds of poise. Before you put the ball on the floor, can you have a little poise and create an advantage for yourself? So she's come a long way, and there's no one that works harder, and there's no one that's more competitive, and there's no one that's more mad right now. I mean, emotionally, we got to try to rein her in a little bit.
17 assists on 22 made field goals. How much of that can be a building block for trying to, again, get things rolling in the right direction?
Yeah. I mean, I think I looked at our assist to turnover, and it was 45 to 69 or something. It's, not good. So at least it's a little bit pleasant on that side of it, and ball movement. And I thought we did a decent job in the second half, not in the first. So we'll really be able to, I think, get a good handle on what this group needs to be able to do with some confidence and get ourselves better shots. So We just got to keep plugging away and not feel sorry for ourselves.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks. Go Cougs.